You're listening to an archived Cabral Concept podcast. After listening to this show, check out the most up-to-date podcasts available at stephencabral.com/podcasts or search directly on iTunes. And now, welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Thank you for joining me today on this Weight Loss and Wellness Wednesday, our first Weight Loss and Wellness Wednesday show of the new year. I'm excited about that. I know that a lot of people out there on their mind right now, they're like, okay, how can I take off some of that holiday weight? How can I decrease some of that inflammation that kind of snuck in over the holidays through December and, of course, over the New Year's holiday weekend? So, of course, I thought it would be appropriate today to maybe talk a little bit about how we can quickly lose 5 pounds in 7 days. And no, you didn't misread that or mishear that. It is actually very safe and very easy to lose 5 pounds in 7 days. I'm going to explain why. And even before I do that, this is actually something I've been helping people with. Probably a lot of you already know that for at least a decade. So one of the things that I don't know what you want to call it. One of the ways that I got to provide a lot of information quite a long time ago is I had this ebook. You know, that's when ebooks were popular. Now I do my best that if it's information based, if I can give it to you without it really costing me a lot of money, I always try to do that. I'm just trying to, as much as I can, give away all of the information that I use in my practice, whether it's my weight loss, body transformation practice, or whether it's my functional medicine, anti-aging, wellness-based practice. I want to get that information to you, okay? That's what I want. I want to really disrupt the whole space of people selling books on it and selling that. I want the information to be free. Now, if there's other steps to it, then that's fine. It's always your choice to take. But if I can get you the information for free so that you have that knowledge, and knowledge absolutely does equal power, now you know what you're supposed to do. After that, once you know what you're supposed to do, then you can decide to take action. Now, today, the great thing is to lose 5 pounds in 7 days will honestly cost you nothing. It really doesn't. You don't need to go out and buy a gym membership. You don't need to really even buy different foods. I'm going to tell you the foods to concentrate on. And then, yes, there's more you can do. You can decide to do that if it works for you. Okay, so here's what we need to do. Back, before, like I said, 10 years ago, I no longer sell it. I had this book called Lose 5 and 7, essentially. And all it did was teach people, which is very revolutionary. I mean, keep in mind, this whole paleo thing, it's pretty new in the grand scheme of things. Now, a lot of people within the health and fitness industry who have worked with figure competitors, body transformation, bodybuilders, whatever it might be, I mean, paleo has always been a thing. People have been using it since, let's say, even the early 1900s, 1920s, especially bodybuilders. So we always knew it worked because that's how people transform their bodies. So what I did was simply put it into an actual ebook, which is just a book that's digital PDF form that people could then use. And of course, I've been using it in my practice with such great results that I wanted to share that information with everyone. I no longer sell it because I give the information away for free. And so what I want to do is I just want to give you how I help people and how we still help people today, whether it's online or in our practice, to really lose that 5 pounds. Now, keep in mind, when you lose 5 pounds in a week, it's very rarely all body fat. And that's where people start to criticize those types of things. Remember, your body, when it gains weight, is not just holding strictly body fat. That's one of those things to think about, is that when your adipose tissue swells, that means your fat cells, it doesn't just swell with what we actually call fat tissue or adipose tissue. It's swelling because of toxic water weight. And it's also swelling because of an imbalance in hormones. And those hormones could be estrogen. It could be higher levels of cortisol. It might be lower levels of vitamin D. It might be thyroid hormone that's off, blood sugar, all of those things. So what we're really trying to correct is a disequilibrium in the body where the body is imbalanced. And we're trying to rewrite that ship so that when your body does lose weight, it is dropping not only body fat, but also inflammation as well. So the great thing is when you lose inflammation, you actually drop toxic water weight. Now, the interesting thing about this is that water weight was not healthy water weight. So we're not dehydrating the body. Essentially, one of the easiest ways to look at this is that when you wake up in the morning, a lot of times you look leaner in the mirror. Now, part of that is because you were actually dehydrated from not drinking water the past 8 to 10 hours. We're not talking about that, but in essence, what we're talking about now is if we get your body fully maximized in terms of hydration, which we're going to talk about, then when you are leaner all day long, now you've dropped that subcutaneous water weight. That's the water weight that kind of accumulates during the day that makes you look a little softer. It's the water weight that starts to accumulate between your muscles, which are look toned, right? And the skin itself. So if we're able to decrease that and not hold on to it in the first place because of food sensitivities and all those things, well, you're going to look leaner. Like that's just the bottom line, and you're going to weigh less. So remember, it's not always about the scale, but it is if you know that you've specifically gained 5 pounds, 10 pounds or more because of poor eating, lifestyle, whatever it might be. Okay, so what do we need to do? Well, in order to lose that 5 pounds in a week, you typically say, well, I need to eat 500 calories less per day or 3,500 calories less per week to lose 1 pound. You'll say, well, that's only 1 pound. So does that mean I need to eat 17,500 calories less for that week? No, of course not, because a lot of people in a week won't even be eating 17,500 calories if you're eating, less than 2,000 calories per day, which a lot of people on a weight loss plan are looking to do. So, of course, or just say even at 2,000, you're only eating, 14,000 calories a week. So, of course, we're not going to not eat for the entire week. That's not part of it. So how do you still lose that 5 pounds? Well, you do it by somewhat of a caloric decrease, yes, but that's not the biggest part of it. You do that by decreasing inflammatory foods and also by eliminating inflammation, which therefore then decreases toxic water weight, which then decreases weight. And remember, as you then start to transition to whatever other type of diet, healthy diet that you like, you don't regain that weight. So we're not looking for temporary results. Almost never in my practice do I want temporary results. The only time I will do temporary results while also working on long-term results, it is if someone's suffering. If they're legitimately suffering from tremendous pain, from acne, from hormonal issues, from just debilitating fatigue, anxiety, whatever it is, of course I'm going to work on that in the short term as well. So this is both short term and long term. We always want to look at both. Okay, so let's get right into it. The first thing we need to do are eliminate the inflammatory foods that we know that causes people to gain the most, basically toxic water weight. Now, number one is cow's milk dairy. Yes, a lot of people do much, much better with sheep's and goat's-based milk. So if you'd like to keep that in, fine. I still like people to eliminate it for anywhere between 7 and 21 days, ideally 21 days. So our Fatlocity diet plan is the exact diet plan we give to everyone that's looking to lose weight in our practice. So again, that's something that we do offer. But I'm going to give it to you right now, essentially. But if you want the hard copy in your hand mailed to you, we can do that. And it also gives you some bonus intervals in the back of the book. Overall, it's great. I mean, it gives a stretching guide. It's what we give to all of our brand new body transformation clients. Okay, but what do you do? Well, you're going to eliminate the most inflammatory foods, which right off the bat are going to be dairy and gluten. Okay, so gluten will be your wheat-based products, your processed foods. Once we eliminate that, we're doing so great right off the bat. Let's say you don't believe that gluten's harmful. Totally fine. Good for you. No problem at all. But do eliminate it for 7 to 21 days and then try to add it back in and see what it does to your body. Because remember, it doesn't have to be a lifelong thing, but at least you can eliminate it for a certain period of time. So if you eliminate those two foods, you're doing fantastic. There are more foods to eliminate if you choose to, such as egg and corn and soy and a few others. However, if you just eliminated those first big two, you'd be doing so much better for your body. Okay, after that, if we really want to drop the weight in the smoothie in the morning, I recommend the Daily Nutritional Support Smoothie. But let's say you're doing your favorite smoothie. It might be hemp, it might be rice and pea, it might be whatever you like, okay? So if you're doing that, great. Then just take a daily activated multivitamin along with that, and you'll be getting all of your multis for the week because you have to do that. If your body is starving for micronutrients, which are your vitamins and minerals, it's going to keep holding on to more body fat, and it's also going to increase cravings because if it increases cravings, you'll take in more food, which will then allow you to get more of those micronutrients, which is what your body really wants, which are the vitamins and minerals, a lot of the amino acids. So just make sure, again, take in a good quality protein, take in a good quality multivitamin. You're going to be off to the races after that. Ideally, I would love you to do the daily fruit and vegetable blend in the morning, but that's totally you, totally optional. If you have the funds to be able to spend that, which I believe it's a little under $2 a day, you get 22 organic fruits and vegetables. That'll really fire the body up. So in the morning, you're going to do just basically the powder, the protein powder, the all-in-one, the daily nutritional support powder, and water. You're going to shake that up. This is just for 7 days. You're going to add the fruit back in for the smoothies after that. All right. For lunch and for dinner, you're going to use our plan that you see at drcabraldetox.com. You're going to see that you're going to do a lot of vegetables, okay? 2 to 3 cups. You're going to do a lot of vegetables to stay satiated. You're going to add some good fat like olives or olive oil and avocado. And then you're going to choose your protein of choice. Vegan could be chickpeas or hummus or lentils or black beans or hemp hearts. Those are one of my favorites. And then for dinner, you might do fish, or you might do eggs, or you might do turkey, or you might do chicken. You might do whatever you choose works for you in terms of protein. That's fantastic. How much should you eat? Well, you should eat enough to feel satiated. That's the bottom line for this first week. And again, couple cups of vegetables, at least 2. Keep yourself satiated. Mid-afternoon snack, that could be a second all-in-one shake with water. It could be cut up vegetables and hummus or bean dip. It could be a green juice, meaning no fruit added. It could be nuts. Any of those things would be perfectly fine. That is going to be your meal plan. Do I get more in depth than that? Sure. I mean, in the Fatlocity plan, I give you day by day. But really, I mean, the truth is this, is that I honestly just need you to focus on the macro. Like, that's the macro. Your starches are eliminated for your first 7 days. If you want to take it to 21 days, great. What I need you to focus on are really good quality vegetables. So yes, this is lower carb per se, but it's lower carb with the understanding that after the 7 days, 14 days, or 21 days, that you're going to transition off. And again, my whole podcast, I've talked about this so many times. How do you come off of a detox? How do you transition off a low carb diet? I think that's where we excel, is that everybody knows. I mean, again, like, there's no disagreement. People want to talk about keto and low carb. Sure, no disagreement. They work. They will help you transform your body. Just don't plan on doing it for the rest of your life, because you're going to lower your metabolism. You're going to lower your thyroid, especially for the women listening right now. Seems to happen so much more in women than men. Men don't have as hard a time. However, they still can, and it can still lead to other cholesterol, inflammation, liver-based issues as well by being on a high-fat diet. And again, I'm not recommending a high-fat diet. My diets are actually pretty balanced, without a doubt. But those first 3 weeks, at least 7 days, are going to be, yes, a little lower in starch. And then you'll add in your good starches after that, because you want to eat those foods. I mean, those are brain foods. Those are neurotransmitter foods for serotonin. So, like, we want those foods in the diet. You just need to figure out what's best for your body and your body type at this current moment, which can change over time. Not your genetic body type, but your actual phenotype. So sometimes you'll want to add more, sometimes you'll want to add less. It also depends on how active you are. Okay, so that's the crux of the plan. And what you want to do is, if you want to take it to the next level, you could certainly do your own food sensitivity testing. Now, food sensitivity testing allows you to see which foods are causing inflammation, healthy foods, of course, in the long run. So I can't recommend enough the food sensitivity test. You can do it right at home, literally for the whole family. I've done it for both of my girls. My wife's done it. I've done it multiple times. And we recommend it, again, for all kids, all family, because you never know. I mean, again, one of my girls was allergic to issues with eggs. One wasn't. Now we know specifically how one's going to do better, one's going to do worse. So essentially, that's how I look at it. I mean, I'm allergic or food sensitivity to almonds. And so when I eat almonds, I have, again, more of an immune-based reaction. So again, people react to things in different ways. Some people gain weight. I get brain fog. I get a little bit more moody, a little bit more irritable, which of course, my wife doesn't like. Other people around me don't like. So that's how I know. Like, that's how it affects me. And remember, the food sensitivity test shows these inflammation markers a day later or 2 days later. And that's why this is not an immediate-based reaction. It's things that happen a day or two later. So really, really helpful to figure out. One other thing that I can highly recommend is using a digestive enzyme. So a digestive enzyme in general, if you're not going to do food sensitivity testing, if you're not going to worry about how you're digesting certain foods, simply take 1 or 2 digestive enzymes with your lunch and dinner. No need to take it with a smoothie. You can, but no need to take it with a smoothie. It's going to make your bowel movements better. It's going to help you're going to be less bloated in general, and you're going to extract more nutrition, more vitamins, more minerals from your food. We recommend the daily digestive enzyme. It's one of my favorites. I'm going to link everything up in the show notes today. So just go to stevencabral.com/698. And one more thing I want to recommend. So again, I gave you the macros. You're literally shopping list is you're going to pick your favorite protein powder, or ideally all in one. If you use a protein powder, simply use the multivitamin with it, daily activated multi. If you're going to use the daily nutritional support, it comes with everything all together. If you want to do an add-on the 22 organic fruits and vegetables called the Daily Fruit and Vegetable Blend. Okay, choose whatever you want there. Now, next up, your shopping list. And remember, these are $5 or under meals. Your shake in the morning, less than $2. Simple. Okay? Your lunch, under $5. You want to buy a big thing of spring mix lettuce? great. Baby greens, easy to digest, totally fine. Okay, you're going to grab that. You're going to add in maybe some sliced cucumber, some shredded carrots, some hummus, olive oil on top, half an avocado, whatever you want to do. That's a beautiful lunch. Very simple, very easy, under $5. Okay, your shake in the afternoon, your cut up vegetables, your green juice, your nuts, a couple dollars maximum, $2 or so. Okay, dinner, same as lunch. I mean, you can get away with a very inexpensive shopping list, eating whole food, and just, again, simply adding in some good quality nutritional supplements. That's going to help you lose 5 pounds in 7 days. Like, I have no doubt about it that you're going to be able to drop that 5 pounds. Not only, though, are you going to drop the 5 pounds, this is more important to talk about. Your sleep's going to improve. You're going to regulate blood sugar. You're going to help decrease inflammation. You're going to decrease environmental-based estrogens, decrease high levels of cortisol or imbalanced cortisol. All of this can happen really within 7 days. I prefer 21 days of this. That's why I do the Dr. Ball detox. We'll talk about that in just one moment. But really, I mean, you're going to be spending less money. You're going to be doing so much good for your body. And weight is just a byproduct of making your body healthy. There's a reason why I stopped calling this just Weight Loss Wednesdays and call it Weight Loss and Wellness Wednesdays. What I'm trying to do right now for you is get you healthy. As you get healthy, your body just drops the weight that you're not supposed to hold. If you're holding excess weight, bottom line, you're unhealthy right now. And I don't mean that in a bad way at all. Like, I don't mean that in a bad way. If you're not sleeping properly, if you have joint pain, you're not healthy right now. I mean, then again, that's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not at all. What we're on right now is a journey towards optimal health. When you become optimally healthy, I don't even think that's a phrase, but let's just go with it. When you become optimally healthy, you'll be at your perfect weight. You're going to feel good the majority of the time, and you're going to have the energy and zest for life that you always wanted. Now, remember, 9 out of 10 times, we're always going to have bad days, all right? Totally fine. We're going to mess up every once in a while eating. What I'm looking for is the 90% rule. 9 out of 10 times, you feel good, right? 9 out of 10 meals, you're choosing the right meal. That's what I'm looking for. That is enough that I've seen in my practice to get great results. So that's what I want for you. I mean, I want you to just be able to feel so much better. And you will feel that. Now, another big thing is, why do I tell all of my team members, you need to help people lose that 5 pounds in 7 days? Here's why. I want you to get a great first quick win. When you get a quick win, when you see that 5 pound drop in a week, maybe you weigh yourself on a Monday, then you weigh yourself again on a Friday, then you make sure you stay strong for that one weekend. I'm just asking for one weekend from you. And then you come in that next Monday and you do your weigh-in and you're down 5 pounds. I mean, you're going to say, look, I accomplished something. I achieved something. I now know how to help my body get healthier because clearly I'm on the right track. Clearly what I did over the past 7 days worked, right? I mean, that's proof. That's what I want. I want people to have proof. I want them to know that the system works. And then I want them to follow through with that system to continue to get great results. So that's the bottom line. I hope that today's show helped. So as always, a link up to the show notes. I'll go into it today. It's just literally go to stephencabral.com/698. I'm going to put in the 7-day detox there. Like if you just want a foolproof system where you're like, okay, well, you know, what am I supposed to do for this? What am I supposed to do for that? If you just want it like done for you, then just literally the 7-day detox. It's $99. It literally costs less than what you would typically spend on food because for 2 days, it's going to be all shakes. You're going to be guaranteed to lose that 5 pounds. You're going to have all of your breakfasts done for a week, all of your mid-afternoon snacks done for a week. We're going to give you the shopping list right included with the plan so you can make your own meals. Super simple. So if you want to do the 7-day detox or even upgrade to a 14 or 21-day detox, I'm going to put that in there for you. Honestly, hands down, my favorite way to help people. But I want you to do what works for you. I mean, I gave you a couple different formulas. That's the thing is I always want to give people different ways to achieve the same end result. Sometimes maybe just with whole food. Sometimes adding in a little bit of supplements. Sometimes doing something like the Dr. Ball Detox. Do what seems right for you. And honestly, do what you're going to do. There's nothing more important than that. Do what you will do because if you do that, well, you're way ahead of the game already. Plus, you can learn from it. You can recalibrate. You can readjust and get even better results for even, for months to come. Like that's the thing. I want to help you achieve your goals the fastest way possible. And then I want to help you maintain that while then adding in more fun things to your life. It wasn't until I got well that I started saying, oh, well, let me start to do a little bit more yoga or infrared sauna or do all of these things. Because once I was well, once I felt good and was at a good weight at the same time, I could say, oh, well, I just want more of this. How do I get more of this? And that's honestly why I feel that every year I get better and better, healthier and healthier, is I just get more interested in this whole thing called a healthy lifestyle. And that's what I want for you. It just happens over time. It kind of grows on you. And next thing you know, you're waking up, you're doing smoothies, you're eating healthy food for lunch. You're doing things like infrared saunas and Epsom salt baths. And I mean, you're like, wow, how did I end up here? And it literally is it's an evolution. So thank you so much for tuning into today's Weight Loss and Wellness Wednesday. Please feel free to share this show with anyone you believe it could help. Are you ready to heal yourself and then go on to heal others? If so, the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute can help you discover proven functional medicine protocols that blend the best of 7 different healing disciplines from around the world. I personally share with you the exact handouts and protocols I use in my private practice that enable people to get well, lose the weight, and live longer, stronger. I want to pass this information on to the next generation of health coaches, and that is exactly why I created IHP. We are the future of the health coaching industry, and the skills and knowledge you will learn will make you an in-demand certified health coach anywhere in the world. Although we have many medical professionals taking the IHP certifications, no experience is necessary, and half our members have no previous health certifications. At the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute, our motto is a health coach in every home. Our goal is that you take this knowledge and then share it with family, friends, loved ones, your community, or in a practice where you create a career you love and can be proud of. The global IHP community is filled with some of the most kind and caring people in the world, and we can't wait to welcome you into our world soon. For more information or to set up a discovery call with one of our IHP Health Coach graduates, simply head over to integrativehealthpractitioner.org.